Honestly, the person in this encounter today, the one that I'm most afraid of, I'm not afraid of Ventress as much. Not that much. The person I'm afraid of is this dude with the two swords.
Oh, his bodyguard.
Exactly. Because Ventress doesn't look like he's physically strong. He looks like he's more magically strong. This dude looks like he's gonna cause some issues.
Oh, he's got 3 swords.
No,
Yeah.
wait, he has 3 fucking swords.
Yeah,
He's gonna
he's
start
not-
holding one in his mouth.
Oh
yeah, he's
yeah,
about to
we're
pull the
fucking
Zoro on
cooked.
you.
He's gonna be fucking Zora. Oh god, I'm cooked.
At least he's not the 8 tails. If he had 8 swords.
Now, if he had 4 swords, I might even be more scared.
I do want him to have 8 so we can just hear Late rap the whole session when he talks.
But if he has a 4th sword, he has to put that between his booty cheeks.
Dude, Ventress looks like he's wearing a bowl on the back of his head. That it just looks like a bowl.
So, anyways, the prophet kind of leans forward on his cane and says, I know you were expecting a guest, but he's already here, as he looks past you.
Avila turns around. Can he see us at the moment? Or
You see it's Klaus, but he almost has that same look like Ventress and his general, kind of frozen in time, kind of moving slowly. The prophet shakes his head. His
when
perception's
did he
been
arrive?
he's been following you at a distance.
He's been stalking us. Hey, Prophet, quick question before we
Yes.
get into these trials. You said you've known him for a little bit, haven't you?
I went to Vale for a short time to observe. And during my observation, I met him and guided him slightly.
So, in your honest opinion, does he need a sword through his back, or do you think he's gonna get less obsessed?
He is just he's turned and stares at Klaus for a moment. Says, I think he's just a lost soul on a path of redemption and revenge. He
does
is
a
on
shrug.
a tedious path, but I will keep my eye on it. It's probably at this moment, Klaus, that kind of gray haze you kind of been silently following them kind of drops away. You're now kind of fully see everything.
Well.
It's probably at this point that you now see who they've been talking to for the last hour. You now see the prophet now on top of the sarcophagus, who looks very familiar, although way different.
So it was you.
He nods.
I knew my instincts weren't wrong.
You were lost, and I corrected your path.
Has the prophet put us all in the same instance right now, or a different one still?
Yeah, you're all in the same call, quote unquote.
You're gonna see Avila say, "Still stalking us, Klaus? Or are you going to actually say hello?"
Hello, and I'm not stalking, I'm just traveling at a safe distance.
Without our knowledge, that's stalking.
That's the best way to be safe.
You were lucky my assassins didn't put a couple daggers through your precious neck.
They could try.
Technically, they can still, because, as she's gonna just say, we're suspended in time, and hey, Prophet, is our body actually here, or is it back where it was before?
Wait, what are you asking?
I'm asking the Prophet, are we suspended in time basically right now?
You're in a alternative perceptive reality. I'm basically
So
talking to you and them at the same time.
wait, so technically Ventress, if we're not careful, Ventress could see us if he's
He can see you, but like you see him, you are in a suspended state.
pocket. Exactly, Klaus. So if I wanted to, my friend could hurt you, but I don't want to because that's not nice. Also, she's gonna look up towards the rocks. Jenna's not here, correct?
He shakes his you do not see her at all.
I'm just gonna be there like, can you return me for 2 seconds so I can tell her to stay there and keep safe?
He nods.
Literally that. She just says, you're gonna stay there, you're not going to move, you're gonna hide. If if you do not see us come back, you know what to do.
He nods.
And if you don't see me come back, especially make sure you kill that one called Klaus, because it's probably because of him I died. And then goes back.
Okay. He kind of turns to you all saying, if you have any preparations you would like to do for this trial, now is the time.
What is the order of the trials?
The first is the trial of the body. Second is the trial of the mind. And last is the trial of the spirit.
Oh, everyone's gonna go and pop a little potion. I want to have full fucking health. I don't want a single piece of health missing. 44. Please at least get above. Uh, that's 11. Close to max. Back to max. fuck it, because we're gonna get into it, like into it. I'm gonna go and put some armor of Agathis on myself.
Hold on, I'm looking at stuff.
I'm gonna prep. Now's the time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. What if I want to do it second level, first level? I feel like just doing it first level and then saving my big abilities for if I need to use them. Yeah, I'm using that. Armor of Agathis. So that's 5 temp HP. And then when they're gonna just take some damage. Hold on, question by the way, Lay.
Uh-huh.
If I have resistance to a damage and I take half, it goes that temp HP is halved, right? So
The
let's say it does 5 damage, it will do like 2.5 or
if
3.
you take 5 damage, you would take 2.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure with the temp HP because I know that's something different.
Yeah, if you're resistant to it for something that requires a saving throw, you take half of the half. You take a fourth of it.
Okay, that's how you do it. Half of a half. Cool. Is there any other spells I should prepare before I get right into it?
What I'm looking at.
Baylor, I don't know if you saw the DM I sent you.
I did not.
I was said because this chamber is big enough for him. But like I said, if you once you move on to other chambers, it's kind of going to be stuck.
Probably have to be like, so, Mr. Magic Man that can distort time space, do you have a way to get the robot out? We just have to do something like that when we leave, and it's just like awkward.
I mean, because it would probably because I think the way it works is it would be like literally burrowing its way to you when it's called, and then it could just turn and take the same tunnel out if a tunnel's not collapsed.
Given that there is an entrance hole and it just wasn't able to fit in, I like to imagine that, like, if I called the Guardian to us, it would be kind of like, trying to push its way through anyways, so it would be like, pulling stones and stuff out of the way that to make the entrance wider.
That's true.
Like if you imagine like somebody trying to push the roof off of a building.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I just realized once I level up my sidekick, I'm definitely giving my sidekick the Carnage Glaive. Because if I make them hook someone in, I can literally just hook them in and then Evura just smacks the shit out of them.
I think it only brings them 10 feet closer.
Exactly, but 10 feet closer is a big deal for someone who's a melee fighter.
That's true.
Actually, it says if a creature within 60 feet, they get moved 30 feet closer. So that's an entire
Yeah.
movement for a normal person.
Yeah, I decided the whole point is that you literally from ridiculously far, you can bring them straight to you.
Yeah, that's the perfect thing. So Evura has to survive so she can get this bitch to use that. But I be ready when you guys are now.
I'm about
The
ready.
thing,
Alright, I think I'm ready.
Just before the trial, the viewer's going to ask, hey, Prophets, quick question.
Yes.
So you're, of course, showing us in different dimensions, correct? So how? How do you have these abilities?
He points up to the sky, saying, long ago, when I was alive, I had visions. And one of the divines said I was entitled to a great path to lead those who are lost, to help them find their path. And that's what I've been doing for centuries, guiding those lost to the proper path.
Wait, so when I'm lost, could you potentially bring me if I needed to go and get a drink, for example?
He laughs.
Actually, he smiles and laughs.
Anyway, are you ready to proceed?
I am ready.
And
Creepy man.
looks at the rest of you.
Question: do we all have to participate in each trial?
Yes. You're participating as a group.
That answers that question.
This is Ventress and his general are also participating in it as a group.
Wait, hold on. Last question. Ventress and his disciple are doing the trials right now, correct?
Yes.
If we do the body trial, for example, are we in a different trial to Ventress, or are we entering his trial at the same time as our trial?
You don't know.
I'm asking him.
Oh, he says that brings me to normally I would let you face a foe of your past. As just for a second, all of you see flashes of a bone claw around a stone tower. Or
Oh, that thing.
you can face the foe of your future as he motions to these two.
Uh, 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 One moment. I'm gonna look over and say, guys, do you want to fight a bone claw or these two fuckers?
I'd say the bone claw, since it's only one.
The bone claw almost fucked us up last time. If it wasn't for us
Probably hear
finding,
Phalar call out. Probably hear Phalar call out from where he's sitting behind cover still. Just kind of now mostly casually leaning against the rock because he's come to terms with the fact, Prophet can see him, but he's still trying to be mostly in cover. He kind of calls over, and he's like, that being said, the Bone Claw did nearly take us down, but at the same time, I don't think that we would fare much better against a duo of Ventress and his strongman.
Yeah, back before you joined us, Avora, I seen Ventress show a little bit of his power in the Deadlands against this group at a temple, but not his full capabilities. And then I've never seen his bodyguard fight, which is an unknown factor.
he's just gonna sigh and say, so it's basically either we're gonna get fucked in the ass or we're gonna get fucked in the ass.
I'd rather fight an
It
enemy
is
we've
how we want
fought
to get
before.
fucked in the ass.
I'd rather fight one we fought and defeated before than enemies without enough knowledge on.
She sighs. Well, you're going to go and take the hits this time because I didn't enjoy it last time. I'll take the block. I'd say Bone Claw.
He nods. And you feel the temperature in the room suddenly get colder. You see as a bone claw appears, large, slightly larger than you'd previously faced. Says, good luck. That roll initiative.
Give me just a moment. I'm gonna.
12.
11.
Damn it.
Well,
Can we do the combat trial last?
In that
well, the
feline
issue
stare.
is, after these trials, if Ventress also passes it, we're going to have to fight Ventress anyway. So that's how, out of character, I was just saying, like, maybe we should just fight Ventress first. Instead of when we have no magic left because we'll be fighting everything.
True, if you make him, you could make him flee and leave the trials entirely.
Prophet, can we change our enemy?
Can we have a take back seat?
Yeah, we've discussed with the group and we want to change enemies.
Are you sure?
One second.
Oh,
It's a very difficult one. It's basically, do we want to get fucked up now by Ventress or do we want to get fucked up later by Ventress?
I mean, if he fails this, if we beat him in this first trial, does he get to do the other two trials? That's the question.
You don't know.
If we beat him in the first trial, it means when we do the next two trials, we aren't in a rush. But the problem is, I'm less concerned about Ventress and more about his bodyguard right about now. As you're gonna see Aurora just looking between the two right now. Just like Bone Claw. What do you see? Just there like, "Oh, I'm down to fight Eva, but it's just who I want to fight right now."
You see, like the bone claw is like weirdly almost like transparent, like not quite fully formed yet. It's almost like you're looking at a more of a hologram than anything else.
Would you say this situation? Would you say this situation right now is making Aurora stress? Because I feel like it might. Looking between the two.
We'll say you have one stress.
Yeah, she's just there like.
Prophet's
Also,
just
I'm
standing
actually
there
feeling
patiently
pumped.
waiting.
Okay, we're gonna do a table talk. Number one, we don't have Otto until the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If we fight Ventress, chances are we need to go and burst Ventress all the way fucking down to a point where he needs to leave. The Bone Claw, the issue is because we have one less person, that's one less person to soak damage.
Yeah, we have made Ventress leave before in the Feywild. We have fought him in the Feywild, but he didn't have his bodyguard there. If we
Yeah.
fight the Bone Claw, I have Dominate Monster I can use on it.
Because remember, the only reason we were able to fuck up the Blown Claw is because it had that magic thing, the magic crystal.
Yep.
And once that broke, it just was an easier fight. Actually, there's someone. I'm gonna go and turn to the prophet and say, "Prophet, you said this is an enemy from our past, correct?
It's not.
So is it the exact?
It's similar to what you fought.
Okay. So yeah, that's because it's similar. It means it's not going to be same thing of blow up crystal. That was what I was wondering because I was thinking, if it's the same, then we just need to find the crystal, fuck it up, and then fuck him up.
Could we fight someone else from the past?
He waves his hand and you see flashes of a smaller creature, purple skin, tentacles in front of their face. And you see illusion of about 4 of them.
Mind flayers?
Yeah. Don't you remember?
He's suggesting that the
Yeah.
secondary enemy we could face is the Mind Flayers, where Otto decided to touch the Brine Pool.
Wait, can we have someone recent like that dog?
What about the champion? Or Ugo or something?
Make
Can I
up
fight
your
Derek?
mind, please.
I'm sorry, Prophet. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people you have fought and killed, and
I just think he has the character select screen up, and we're just scrolling through it.
He's like,
Like when you have your cursor over the random option in a fighting game and it's just cycling all the characters' profiles.
he just sighs and says, "Let me know when you've made a decision," and he just poofs.
Prophet, no. Wait, what about? Hold on. Table talk. What about an ant that I stepped on? Technically, that was an opponent from the past.
These trials are not
Okay.
not so easy. So you gotta pick your poison.
Okay, so what?
What about Vecna? I fought him before.
Well,
You sure you want to open that can of worms?
Just be like, hey, Prophet, can you summon Vecna? What? There's also Ronin is another option.
That's true.
Dude that had the red wyvern that Phalar currently has the dried eyeball of.
Prophet, can you summon Umbriel?
Yeah, that would be a total TPK.
Summons
to find-
Umbriel. Umbriel manages to break out of the temporal loop and kill Ventress as well in the chaos.
What about that? What about the chain golem we fought before?
Yeah, this
Oh yeah,
one,
we
this
were
one, the
way
chain gob's like,
underleveled
I'm
for that
done.
one.
Just call me when you're done.
So we need to fight something strong enough for the Prophet to say approved,
Oh,
but
what about
not
a
strong enough to completely just wear us down. So when we're fighting Ventress after, we're not just gonna get fucked even more.
What about a wyvern? We fought
With
one of
the
those.
bodyguard
Yeah,
and
that's why I
Ventress
suggested
disappeared.
Ronin.
That's concerning.
Looks like they've started their trial.
You know what? I say fuck it. I say, actually, do you know any enemies that you guys have fought that have been weak to Radiant?
That shadow monster that was trapped in the crystal.
That's true, but that was also Silas, too.
That's right. What about the other shadow monster we fought that I poured all my memories into and exploded the crystal?
Y'all technically never fought it.
We didn't fight it. We negotiated with it.
Yeah.
I fought Umbriel's champion.
I think
That's true.
You want to fight the champion? He'd probably be wondering why he got teleported here.
I say the two options we have is
I'll be right back.
Unreal Champion or Bone Claw. That's what I'm thinking. Because the Bone Claw, he's only a melee fighter, so it just means we need Otto to wake the fuck up so he can shoot and blast him to smithereens.
I think, if I remember, Umbriel's champion was melee and had some spells. I think he was a blade singer. I'm not for
If
sure,
it's the
though.
one that was chased, that the party chased after, that was a melee one.
No, that was just one of the cult members he had sent, that champion had sent to send a message to me.
So what I say is, I think we can. I feel like we can take a Bone Claw.
So if you can get to me, because I've changed spells, I've got jump. I took jump for this fight.
The thing is just,
Go ahead.
it's just trying to think, because, but we can handle these enemies. It's just I don't want to. We just know we're gonna burn through stuff. So we're trying to do an enemy that doesn't mean we have to burn through crazy amounts.
Here, hold on. Just come to the one shot real quick with me, in case Lake comes back.
Mm.
So you figured it out?
I don't know what they're doing. Oh,
We're
For
back.
the quick one, I say fuck it. We fight the Bone Claw.
Yeah,
We just try and just. Actually, also, Phalar, you have a potion of slumber, if I remember right. I
yeah,
can't remember what it's called.
similar. It's not super strong, but it can potentially put people to sleep. I do also have my curse that can put stuff to sleep.
No. It's one that it's like it gives when you drink it, you get the benefits of a long rest or a short rest. One of the
Oh
two.
yeah, the orb. Yeah, I've got the orb.
That is going to be the clutch for this. The
The
second we
orb
know
of
we're about to
respite. Yeah.
The second we know we're going to go and
National
fight
ground. You
Ventress,
do everyone a 20-foot radius affecting up to 6 creatures of your choice in range. Each creature gets the benefit of a short rest, including the ability to spend hit dice for healing and recover abilities that recharge on short rest.
that's going to
Yes.
be a key one to keep us up because we're going to need everything we can. Because once we leave here, we're probably going to have to face Ventress's champion. Ventress is probably going to run the fuck off.
Yeah,
If y'all
just remember, once you use that orb, it is gone. You're smashing it in the
Yeah.
ground.
if y'all can get to me, I can cast jump at 3rd level on each of us.
I'm pretty sure we can move.
Yeah, if y'all want
Yeah, we
to
can move.
get near me, because jump will be a good movement boost for us.
But the,
once we
the
start.
idea late is we fight the Bone Claw, because fuck it, you got him out already. We're just trying to think of, obviously, long term.
Yep, makes sense.
We take out the Bone Claw. I say in trial number 2 or 3, we make sure that we pop that slumber potion, so that way when we come out of here and Ventress in front of us, we ain't got our dicks out and we're just injured.
Is the prophet back?
Probably poofed off because y'all couldn't decide. He's just waiting.
Prophet, we're ready to make our decision.
He reappears
I have one question before we start, Prophet.
as you yell it across the room.
At a whisper, because of the mask.
Like,
Well,
fuck-
he's omnipotent, sort of. He probably knows.
One question. Just to help give us a fighting chance against Ventress and his bodyguard. After each trial, can you restore our hit points and spell slots?
After the trials are finished, I will take you to my chambers for a rest.
Wait, so after the trials are finished, we're safe, no Ventress, nothing?
Yes.
If Rira's gonna go straight up to that Bone Claw, look him in the face, and say, "Bring him the fuck on."
You already roll initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't roll mine yet because there was like that moment of hesitation in the party, so I paused on my roll. I shall roll now.
And I think we all rolled pretty terribly.
Yep, 11 and a 12
Yeah,
and a
and a
15. Kind of mad, honestly.
So
Like right as we start to enter into combat with the Bone Claw and like
yeah,
the
Bone
sort of
Claw's going
time
last.
thing starts to like as like I would like to, because I've got a lot down in here since you said that I'd be able to, so I'd like to imagine it as being kind of funny of like while we were talking to the prophet and deliberating, there was probably just like a slam noise, and then Alatia's just like half frozen, going partially through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style.
Yep.
Are you starting over there, Vilra, or are you gonna start next to me?
You said you did a jump spell, so I took the jump spell when you casted it, and then went over
Okay.
to the thing directly in the face.
So right as
Okay.
y'all start to, he says, "Just so you're aware, this fight is not about winning; it's about enduring. The strength to carry on when things are at its hardest. Good luck." And as you blink, he leaps onto another upper ledge.
So we don't have to defeat it. We just have to show the strength to carry on.
So the way this is set up is you have to survive a certain number of rounds.
So
Okay.
technically, Aurora can be
If you
fucking
kill
smart.
it, that's just bonus points for the trials.
Oh, so Aurora can do something smart, and it will never attack.
All right, Phalar, you're up.
And remember,
me,
you have the jump spell.
Bonk for Alatia there as fucking 5. All right, what's my distance?
Well, it will say at this point, Alatia's. I mean, I don't know how soon you probably asked Alatia to start coming down.
Failure, if you don't know what the jump spell is, you can jump 30 feet for every 10 feet of movement.
Ah. So like I'd be able to jump 90 instead of.
Walking 30, yeah.
So my question is, Baylor, is how soon did you ask Alati to come down, or did you not yet?
Probably when we were deliberating. It would have been when we were deliberating over who to fight.
All right, so I'll say, considering how low deep you are, so it's probably like, I'll say, combat started. I'll say probably the start of next at your next turn.
Yeah.
It'll probably enter the battlefield.
All right. So let's see here. My turn is up. That does not need to be open. Sorry, just took me a moment. Okay. First things first. What's up?
Don't worry, I'm just talking out loud.
Trying to remember how jumping works in terms of action economy. It's something I don't do very often in combat.
It says, once on each of its turns until the spell ends, the creature can jump up to 30 feet by spending 10 feet of movement.
Ah. So I spend 10 feet of movement,
To jump
and then
30.
I would still have 20 for movement in general.
Yes. Unless you decided to dash.
All right, I am going to make use of that then, because I need to get myself over here. So I'm going to move my way with the jump and the extra movement after that. That should be just here that I had tagged. That is a very big sphere.
Yep.
It's because I couldn't remember how to turn off the sphere.
Once in range, first things first, I am going to try and trigger, I believe that should be within 60 feet, my evil eye onto it. It is within 60 feet, so it's bonus action, gonna try and do that. That's DC 16 charisma.
Failed with an 11.
So Phalar's got it in his sights, and unlike the last time that we fought it, where he was like panicky and like, oh god, he's kind of got like this look on his face like he's keeping himself collected and just cold. And then as my action, I am going to, yeah, so this is like mostly about survival, but if we do kill it, then bonus.
Yeah, bonus points.
All right. So with Evil Eye on it, I am going to let me Second, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to cast Blur on myself as my action.
All right.
So I've got it marked, and I have casted Blur on myself.
All right.
Baylor heard you have to survive, and his first instinct was survivability. I can do that.
All right. Klaus. Undo.
Alright. Question,
Uh huh.
just to see if this works, because it would help me plan for a few future rounds. If I cast Shrink / Enlarge on a creature, and then next turn cast Tiny Hut over it, and then drop the Shrink Enlarge spell, what would happen?
Are both concentration spells?
No. The Tiny Hut is not a concentration spell.
I mean, it could still, you would trap it. I mean, but it could still attack the house and eventually reduce it down. Where,
Okay.
because remember, the Tut does have HP.
No, I'm not talking about the lantern. I'm talking about Lamont's Tiny Hut.
Yeah, the tiny hut has HP. So if it takes enough damage, eventually he could just destroy the hut.
Okay. Alright. That answers that. Okay, let's see. Then I will. $120 feet. Let's see how far I am.
Yeah, you're within range.
Yep, so I want to cast with the Hand of Vecna. I want to cast a slow on it.
What's the save for it?
A wisdom save of 18.
Natural 20.
Damn. Okay. And then the rest of my turn, I'll use 10 feet to jump 30 feet. That'll be me.
All right, Avera.
So just to clarify something, for every 10 feet of movement is 30 feet of jump, correct?
For the first, you can do it once per turn, it says.
So I can technically spend all of my movement to jump, correct?
Technically, yeah, if you use your full 30, then jump to additional 90. You'd basically move 90 feet.
I don't move my 90 feet, actually. My walking speed is 40.
Jeez.
Says 120. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say, oh, Bonclaw, I would want to talk, but I'd rather talk to someone else. And I'm gonna do a funny. First of all, I'm gonna do a little portal to go backwards a little piece. So that lets me get away from him first.
What? Using your blessing? Is that what you're doing?
Yep, Blessing of the Raven Queen. So I get my resistance to everything. So now I haven't actually used my actual movement. Now I use my actual movement. And I want to jump right next to the prophet and just be there like, hello.
He nods. And kind of a little startled,
And
like why all of a sudden you're next to him.
I'm gonna say, don't mind me, just a high place right now. As she's gonna kick her legs over, like put her legs over the thing, and then how far is this thing? I think I can shoot an Eldritch. I'm pretty sure I can Eldritch blast him now. Yeah. Avura's just gonna go and chill next to the prophet as she makes a spectral bow, as she's gonna shoot a spectral arrow at this thing of an Eldritch blast.
All right, roll it.
She's not really good at this. She's not used to doing it.
Oh,
That's a
10.
nat one.
Yeah, that misses.
I'm right, even though I'm multi-class, that I can still, it's 2 Eldritch blasts, right?
Yep. I think three.
Yeah, the dice
Three.
is crazy.
Wow. One opposite to the other.
I don't know why it's doing 2d10.
Just max out one of. One.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm getting on Tailspire.
Well, we're in
Nice.
Oh wait,
combat.
it says count 3, so hold on, it says
Uh,
count 3, so
Yeah, because you have 3 at your current level, if I remember right.
okay, cool.
While he's doing that, is it a wisdom or charisma save I need to make late for the hand? It's been a while.
I think it's a wisdom because of the suggestion.
Suggestion. Okay. Yeah, so this is wisdom of 18. I have to beat.
Okay, let me do the
21.
last Eldritch blast real quick. That's probably a mess.
Yeah, that misses.
If we were just gonna chill there and then say, well, Prophet, you did say that we just need to survive. We don't need to. What is the brownie points for actually killing the creature?
I will give you if you kill it, I will give you a hint during the trial of the mind.
She's gonna end her turn just pondering it from up there to say like,
Alright, the Bone Claw. Then attack the only thing you can see within range, which is Phalar. I see it's going to bonus action to teleport right in his face. And make 2 Bone Claw attacks at disadvantage.
I am currently, yeah, I was gonna say I am currently blurred. Did I roll the? Let me.
Roll what?
Okay, yeah, I did. I couldn't remember if I'd rolled my diviner's dice for today. I did. I have a 2, 3, and a 4.
20 to hit.
Let me scroll. I'm going to use my reaction to do or expend the 2 from my diviner's dice
Okay, so misses.
against that. Yeah, because my AC is 19, so I gotta take that 2 off, and that's my reaction.
All right. Second attack. Also misses with a 14.
I heard 20, and I went, oh no.
That's funny because the other dice, I roll a 3 and a natural 20.
Yeah.
That saved you from a crit.
Yeah. The blur saved me from a crit, and me spending my reaction for the diviners saved me from taking the other hit, which would have been bad anyways because I would have been grappled.
Yep.
I remember how this guy works. I may have high athletics, but that doesn't mean that I want to get grappled.
All right. It's its turn. It's right up in your face.
As it swings at Phalar, he's probably kind of moving in sync with the blur, like, around him, kind of creating like this mess of mirage. And it's like, which one's the real one?
And Otto,
He's just created a mess.
and Otto, you
It
need
looks like
I
he
need
put a
you to
blur
roll
filter on him.
initiative because they're already in the middle of the first trial.
Oh yeah, Otto, get your ass in initiative.
Okay.
We need your ranged fire support.
Okay. Has he rolled yet or nah?
We're already in initiative.
Yeah, we're in
Okay.
combat.
Yeah, it's gotta roll yours. I'll add you.
I haven't rolled right.
Alrighty, guys. Avira's just sitting up top blasting as well.
Oh, that's a 6.
If you are going, yeah, you're dead last.
Sounds about right.
And I'll say with that, Latia.
Up on near the entrance.
You think that's probably where you would have burrowed through, like up? Oh.
Yeah, because like I said, it was like pushing its way through the tunnel, just like finding soft rocks and slamming them down to make more space for itself.
Did you get Alatia's initiative?
5. Which I felt was pretty accurate given the delayed entry.
All right, so I'll go right
And then
after
probably
the
just
bone
comes
claw.
barging. It probably just comes barging in, kind of like shoving the side of the rock over here out of the way, stepping over the person standing in the doorway.
Probably a very you would see the prophet is like looking over at the giant robot and says, "Interesting."
They are, aren't they?
Yes,
And
they
she's just
are.
chilling up. She's just waving her feet up top.
So Phalar, I am going to. Ooh, you know what? Yeah. No, I already planned this ahead of time, so I'm gonna commit to it. I'm not gonna back out on my own pre-planned action. I'm going to bonus action to do my, the disengage from cunning.
Yep.
Then back the hell away. I'm still under the effect of jump, right?
Yes.
So if I use my 10 feet, then I can go 40.
Yep.
So I am going to go That'd be the 40, and then I would have what 20 movement left then after I do the jump.
Yep.
So since my eye is already on it, I can leave range. It's just I have to be within range to mark it. So I will back myself up. No, actually, hold on. Let me see. What's my current distance? Okay, so before I go back myself up any further, I am going to, as Phalar, he leaps away, and then he turns back to face it before he starts, backpedaling. And he mutters something under his breath, waves his hand out in front, and then closes it into a fist. And I'm going to trigger Curse of the Insensate on it.
Which does what?
So the Bone Claw's eyes, if it has them, if not, then its head in general gets shrouded in black smoke. And for 1 minute, the creature that is affected is blinded and deafened, but can make a Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turns to end it. So it's blinded and deafened for 1 minute or until it makes a con save to remove it at the end of its turn.
This version is immune to being blinded. It's deafened though. Not that it makes a difference. It doesn't have any ears, but
I mean, in some cases, being deafened can help, but I don't think that it's going to be trying to counterspell us.
yeah.
Bone Claw Tyrant.
Yeah, the idea audio misses that for the first trial you have to face an opponent of your past.
Oh, so it's the one that we faced earlier.
Yeah,
Yep.
we kind of deliberated on who we wanted to face because it was like between this or fighting multiple Canoloths, or no, multiple Mind Flayers, or like the Chain Golem or
I suggested
the
Vecna.
champion. The, it, he did. Klaus was like, "Hey, what if we fought Vecna?"
Oh my god.
Be a
And I was like,
total
could you imagine the
TPK.
look on the face of the prophet when he would be like, okay, we want to fight Vecna. I fought him before. And then the prophet's just like, are you sure?
In all honesty, for this fight, because we fought this dude, all we know is just
Stay away from it.
we don't need to win. Just literally just range around.
Otto, that's the other
Spread
thing.
out.
We're being gauged off of our survivability, not our combat ability. Killing it will give us bonus, but we don't have to necessarily.
Okay.
That's why Vilra's just chilling next to the prophet right now.
So it is deafened. It is not blinded. It removes my evil eye from it, but it is under the deafened effect. So it's no longer marked by evil eye.
Alright.
Because I used my curse. And as before, so that was not an action or bonus action. I did use my bonus action, but since I didn't use my action yet, for my action, you know what? Let's see if I can do a little bit of a chip here. How about? Yeah, I'm going to. I haven't done this yet this campaign. I'm going to attempt to hit it with a Mind Sliver. I am within range before I backpedal, as my action. It's going to be a DC 15 Intelligence saving throw against that. It's just the cantrip.
The +0, and I roll a 15.
Well, there was an attempt. It was the last bit of movement that I had since I said I wasn't going to do that yet. There we go. I fully back away and stand at the ready. He's still, despite noticing that its eyes haven't clouded over and like that he didn't seem to affect it with his, little pot shot that he tried to take at it, he still seems mostly collected. His Phalar is he's fully in like battle trance right now. He's like, I've been given an instruction. Our instruction is to survive. I'm going to do that.
The end of your turn, the bone claw is going to use as your action. You see it, like takes its massive claw, shoves it into the ground, and you see, kind of erupting almost behind you is like this small like column of almost looks like sharp bones, and then spreads out in a 10-foot radius. So like right here. So I need
Goddamn Grave Lord Nito from Dark Souls 1.
make a deck save.
Sorry, it's he has an ability where he can thrust his sword into the ground and it comes up out of the floor and stabs you, and it reminded me of that.
Klaus, you need to make a deck save too.
Dex save. All right.
Dexterity saving throw.
Taylor's favorite
I'm going to
save.
also. I'm going to use Guiding Hand from my Threads of Destiny to give me a 1d4 on my saving throw.
All right, you're fine. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I have evasion.
yeah, you're fine. You'll say I'll say, Phil, you like almost do like an army dive down the ground and completely avoid it.
Yeah, do like a dive down,
So
roll, get back
6.
up.
That is a failure.
Phalar is locked in terms of his focus on himself right now, apparently.
You take 16 points of piercing damage. And
Is it? Go ahead.
it is magical, because I know you're about to ask. And
Yeah.
you need to make a is jump a concentration?
No, it's just a spell that lasts a minute.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you take 16.
All right.
All right, Klaus, your turn.
Now, am I able to use, if I dash, can I use that whole movement to jump?
Yeah. You have to use
Alright,
you
I'm
have to,
gonna
you have
dash.
to use your full base movement for that to happen. Move a full 30 so you can jump the rest.
So I can move 30 and then jump the other 30, which would be 90. So, oh, that's too far. 30. I'm gonna jump up to that ledge up there.
All right.
Oh, we gotta get out of that. And that's my turn.
La 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 la. Bam. Bam.
That just hits.
That's a miss.
So one hit.
She's just gonna shoot another shot out of her bow and says, "So, Prophet, how do you think we're doing so far?"
Very well thought out. Can say
She
the
does a
same
smile.
for Ventress.
Oh, interesting. And she's gonna inquire on her next turn about that.
Now he. All right.
What should we find out that Ventress the entire time has been facing a demigod?
For being a dick to the prophet. He's like, you know what? Fuck you.
You said,
You know what?
You're
Fuck
talking to
you.
your opponent.
Let's
You're gonna fight some gods, so you know what? You're gonna fight a god.
How far? $60 feet. Until you again teleport right in your face. Bonus action, make 2 claw attacks.
Well, now it's starting to get a little bit far.
Disadvantage.
Shit,
Misses.
it's out of range from me now.
And second attack. 21 to hit.
Uh-huh. I'm not gonna reaction that.
Uh, 15 points of slashing damage.
Oh, I got it. I just a quick thing, since I know this is something that you're supposed to be like, transparent about and stuff. I'm not reaction diviners that because I'm now within range of the damage distribution to Alatia.
I figured.
That's why Phalar's been backing up in this direction the whole time. He was waiting for Alatia to come up. So that's 15, you said?
Yep, so 7 each.
Mm-hmm.
And you still need to make a con save for your blur.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. How do I do that? I don't do concentration.
It's just it's a normal con save, and a DC is half of the damage you take. So, yes, it have to be a 3. All right, you're fine. And 12
I was
points.
gonna say, if I saw.
And 12 points in necrotic.
All right. I was gonna say, if I somehow managed to screw up a 3.
Yeah, you basically have to roll in that one. And you have to do it again, because you have to do another con save. So if you roll in that one, it's gone. Okay, yeah, you're fine.
I thought that was a 1 for a second because I'm very zoomed out right now so that I can see about half of the arena. And I was about to be like, DM just jinxed me. It's my job to be doing the cursing in here.
All right, it is Latia's turn. If Latia wants to do anything.
I'd probably say, since just like for the sake of the prophet, since he was like interesting when the robot first showed up, when Phalar gets hit, there's like a flash underneath of his armor of like a purplish light that then reflects onto Alatia as a bit as the stone cracks. And he'd probably see that.
Yeah.
Alatia, the movement.
Prophet, you blink again. The prophet's next to you, Klaus.
Yo, what up?
Hey, Prophet, I wanted to ask you a question. Fuck.
He probably just sees Klaus digging through his bag looking for his pipe and tobacco to pull out while he sits up here.
Well, they're getting further away. He wants a better view.
I'm gonna say, but I wanted to ask how good Ventress was doing. How was he fighting?
He doesn't answer. because you can't hear
Oh.
you at all.
She's yelling this, by the way. She was yelling.
Alright, Alatia is going to dash. Come crashing down the side of the rock wall, and then dash. I'll say through here, between that, over to here, and stand at the ready at Phalar's command.
The Bone Claw kind of like watches it pass.
It's like, oh, giant metal thing, but also I've got prey right here.
Yeah, basically. It also wanted to save its reaction. Is that it for all right, Otto?
Yeah. No, nothing I can do on bonus unless I had spell storing a spell that had bonus action as its cast.
Has Otto done anything yet? No.
No, I think the only thing you watch them the only thing Otto you watch is them kind of debate on, oh, who should fight. They settle on the Bone Claw, then you basically watch them
Okay.
kind of run around the Bone Claw at this point.
All right. So Otto is going to use well, no, actually, he doesn't really do anything. He is just going to do Eldritch Blast.
Roll it.
I think it's 3 beams.
Yes, you also get a fourth with your glove.
Oh, okay. First one is a crit.
Oh, nice.
I thought you said beans for a second.
Second one is 21.
Hits.
And third one is 21.
Hits. You have a fourth one with your
All right.
glove. Just don't roll on that one.
Let's hope I don't. Okay, I rolled a 26. All 4 hits.
Yep.
And the first one is a crit, so it's just bottom max, right?
Yeah, so it's 15.
15. Okay, I just need to roll the other 3.
Otto, was that a natural 20 you got for the first one?
Yeah.
Late, I was looking at some stuff we had talked about before in the homebrewing stuff. You need to add
What?
a
Oh yeah, you need to add
DM.
add a what?
You need to add a DM gains one hand of fate point whenever a player gets a natural 20.
Ooh, all right.
From the homebrewing where we came up where the DM gets heroic inspiration too.
Yeah.
So
stuff.
26 plus 15, 41 force damage. And just made
So you machine gun the back of his bone claw, and it's almost kind of like full exorcism. Its head turns 180 degrees and looks at you.
Oh boy.
Otto,
And
you made
then
me mad.
Otto's gonna get as far away from him as possible.
Oh yeah, Otto wasn't here for the jump spell.
Nope.
Nope.
He can't move around like us.
Okay, who the heck is that guy up there?
That's the prophet.
That's the
Which
prophet.
one?
Yeah, there's 3 of us up in the air.
Prophet's just
No,
chilling,
no.
watching all.
Oh
this.
wait, that's I'm talking about this thing.
That
That's
thing,
the
that
That's
thing.
Aviora. Okay.
If we were just chilling up there.
You'll throw a rope down Agora on your turn. Pull him up.
Okay, so none. Okay, I see Klaus. I have Aviora. Okay, where is Balar?
Right
And
next
it's
to the
fake.
claw.
Down there getting
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what?
What?
This looks kind of dangerous because nobody is like. It's hard to reach. I'm just gonna. Misty step. Just get more distance. I'm scared.
Is it
I
like,
mean, you've got goddamn sniper bullets in your Eldritch Blasts, so
Yeah, I'm scared him teleporting right in front of me.
he's done it to me twice already, so that's a valid concern.
So that's what
Yeah.
Otto is going to do. Another 30 feet.
You
Can
just
someone
use
move me, please?
Probably just watching you, just like a hawk as you run across the arena.
Yeah, Otto's gonna.
yeah, it's like
mm.
like at the moment he's like completely ignoring Phalar, just watching Otto.
Yeah, no, Otto is. Actually, no. Hold on.
I mean, Otto just shot a needler gun from Halo into his back.
Okay, no. He is. Otto is gonna save his spell slot for now.
Okay. Well,
Okay, it's fine.
I mean, you used your okay.
Yeah, it's
Phalar, your turn.
Oh yeah, speaking of, I don't know if you rolled, the Bone Claw got a save on the end of his turn to see if he stops being deafened.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's Constitution.
$16.
That is the DC.
Okay. He's no longer
So
deafened.
that fog that was around its head kind of wisps away.
And it's like it's still almost like completely ignoring you. It's still watching Otto.
Probably even more now because it can hear again.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm trying to decide if I need to disengage or not because I'm trying to determine the risk factor on whether or not it'll be paying enough attention to me to notice me running away from it.
Hold on, I'm gonna let the dice decide on whether or not it cares.
I mean, so far everything Phalar has tried has failed against it.
Yeah,
in the eyes of actually damaging it.
more than likely it would probably take a swipe at you. You ran away.
I could probably notice that like it still keeps kind of like looking over at me for just a moment every now and again.
Yeah, it's like now it's more like it's switching from you to Otto. Not even really caring about Klaus at this point.
Klaus, your jump is still in effect, right?
Yeah, we got it for 1 minute.
All right. Good. Sehr gut,
Good.
as they would say. All right, I will bonus action to disengage through cunning action. And I'm going to expend the 10 feet of movement for the jump from there. Then I really need to get me a better crossbow, man. I have a crossbow on me, and it's not gonna come in handy during this because it's non-magical.
We should definitely think about getting you the whole party upgraded on stuff.
I've got the core cut and pick and pocket for my daggers, or not a crossbow, my short bow. It's just a normal short bow. Alright, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to take another pot shot at it with Mind Sliver.
Nope, nat 1.
I was gonna say DC 15.
Doesn't matter. Nat 1, so it's an epic fail.
Yeah. So as Phalar jumps, he kind of does like a sidestep, looks back towards it, and then slings out the sliver, and that is 3d6. 9 psychic damage.
All right.
And then of course, the side effect of that,
Minus D4, yeah.
yeah, to the next saving throw it makes. So if anybody's got anything that they want to make it saving throw against, now would be the time, because it currently has a D4 penalty.
I'm looking to the homebrew, and I forgot we have the critical fumble charts too.
Yeah. Keep in mind if you critically fail a saving throw, that also lands you the lingering injuries.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking at the critical failure for a ranged weapon right now. What happens?
Anything else you want to do, Phil, or is that it?
I'm going to use the last 20 feet of my movement to move up next to my guardian. And be sure. No, so I would have moved back to here, which would have been about 16. Okay. That is me.
End of your turn, seeing you run away, you see part of its ribs kind of unhook and then launch in your direction. As you feel them kind of hook into you and then tighten to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, this is not going to go great. I don't get bonuses to those.
You feel the bones hook in and pull you 10 feet toward it. You know, wait, 10, hold on. 40 feet towards it.
Damn.
So you were, where were you? You're right here? Somewhere?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
40 feet.
Yeah, it's dragging you straight back.
Yep. It was weird because if it's like these strain, it's part of its ribs grab in, sink into your chest, and then you're kind of like, oh, okay, I'm fine now. The guardian's here, and you feel yourself being yanked back, and then you're now right in its face again as it like turns toward you.
There'd probably be a moment where just for a second Valor's got kind of a startle on his face, but then he shakes his head and he's grown back to the cold, stern look.
And that was
The whole time he's been fighting, he's just been death staring.
that's the end of its legendary action. So, Klaus, your turn.
All right. Action. I'm going to cast.
Bob's gonna move. Nope. Damn it. Here.
I'm just for action gonna dump out my 4 skeletons
Okay.
and have them ready to go.
They haven't been out in a bit.
I know. We've been in town mostly with a bunch of people around, so I haven't Have
You
a
open the
chance.
thing and they're just like the light.
We'll
And then-
say where you want to put them.
Uh,
Well, right next
I'll
to
put-
you.
yeah, I'll put 2 on this. Oh, wrong button. I'll put 2 here on this small edge,
All
and
right.
then the other 2 can. One will come out and hold on to the ledge, and the other will crawl down its back and get down, and then the other one will drop and catch itself. Oh, these are badass looking skeletons. They got to upgrade.
Yeah, I found some better ones. GN
Uh,
tools.
And then, as a bonus action, I want to ask the prophet if he cares if I have a vial or 2 of his blood for research purposes.
He doesn't respond.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. First make sure you have control over all 4.
I do, sir.
Cool. Bone Claw.
Wow, you just skipped my turn.
Oh.
Yeah, who's Avora?
Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, Venora can't actually reach this dude, so she's gonna do something fucked up. She's gonna just cross her legs and then just go invisible.
All right.
And she's just gonna say, "You got this." She's gonna yell really loud. "You got this, Vela." And in turn.
Alright, Bone Claw is gonna make 2 claw attacks on Phalar. It really wants to kill Phalar. And the only one who's it's able to get in range with. Wow. A disadvantage roll 2 now ones.
Hold.
I think it's the second time that's happened.
No, the other time it was that advantage. So
I know. And another nat 1. Wow.
again, Phalar's just he's doing the thing where like he's got the blurs around him and he's kind of moving through them, which is he's kind of since he's got 2 daggers, I'll straight up say he's kind of doing like the blade dance thing.
Yeah, where it's like it's swiping down and it's like it's just destroying the stone.
tell
Under,
which one it is.
it's just destroying the stone around you more than anything else. It's probably at this point that the prophet sighs and says, "I have seen enough." As he says this, the bone claw goes transparent and kind of dissipates into mist.
So did we pass, prophets?
You have passed the first trial. And he's going to teleport back over to spot.
Thank you. Evora's gonna slowly make her way down, a little bit of just jumpy jumps.
Klaus is going to open his bag and yell at the skeletons, "Go, go, go!" Back into the bag.
Just like, oh shit, nope, don't need you guys.
And then I'm going to use my magical rope and get myself down.
She's gonna be there like, of course we could have killed it, but we need to save our energy for potential threats.
He nods. Now for the second trial. Test your minds, your intellect, and to settle your doubts into uncertainty. You may work as a group, but only one may answer for you.
Before we go on, how did Ventress do in his first trial?
He has succeeded.
Did they defeat it, or
He defeated it.
may I ask what he fought?
I wonder the same thing.
You see a flash in your minds of looks like this large, terrifying black shadow creature. Long horns, bluish kind of dark skin, razor claws, or it vanishes. A night
I'm
walker.
almost hurt.
I was gonna say above table. I had my hand up in like the yes thing when you were talking because the moment you mentioned it had horns, my nerd brain clicked because I keep reading through Mordenkainen's. Now it's like
He's
I
gonna
know what this is. I'm like an IRL like beast keeper or something.
Hey, can I do a roll for that? Because Avira literally was in the. Oh, would Avira know what Nightwalker is? She literally survived in the Shadowfell fall.
There is potential that you might because they do occasionally peek into the Shadowfell from the negative plane.
Roll history.
While she's doing that, I know we're out of combat now, late, and I keep forgetting it would help me live in combat so much. But being attuned to the hand and eye at the start of each of my turns.
Your hit points.
Yeah, can I roll that even though we're outside of combat? Or do I need to wait until we're back into combat?
No, you can roll it outside combat. I mean,
Alright.
you didn't really
Alright,
take any damage this fight, but
1d10.
That's a 21.
you definitely have memories of fighting one and barely surviving by the skin of your teeth.
He fought one of those things.
Prophet nods.
Quite impressed.
He holds up two
Quite
fingers.
impressed.
He holds up two fingers. He fought two.
Was he
Oh.
impressed? I almost died myself to one of those.
He looks to all of you. Now you must decide on yourselves who will speak for the group when answering these questions of intellect.
Who has the highest intelligence?
We can discuss, but it's more just making sure. Okay, Prophet, to make sure it's the answer. Do they have to say blank final answer? Just to make sure that, of course, you don't take anything they're saying amongst us as the answer.
He nods, says, but for simplicity, pick among yourselves who will give that final answer. Basically, you still work as a group, but only one person can answer for the entire group.
Okay.
Kind of like team version of Jeopardy.
Yep.
I don't
to
care
dis-
who answers.
has to answer, which
I'm
means
gonna
that
point over to Fela.
the options.
I point over to Fela and say, "Would you like to do it?"
Taylor kind of looks at himself, then looks at the rest of the group. He's like, I've never found myself much of a talker, but I suppose that I could.
Essentially, what you're doing is once all of us have said the answer, you're just the final say or the final answer.
Yes, I think that I could do that.
It's over to the prophet.
Very well. For your first question, I stand in every market, but sell nothing at all. I hold 1,000 voices, yet speak not a call. Men bring me coin, and leave with heavier hand. What I take is light, and what I give is sand. What am I? I'll put it in player notes.
Campaign handout. Oh, player
Yeah.
notes.
Then handouts.
I stand in every market.
So nothing at all.
Prophet looks at you all as you all begin to ponder and saying, since you did so well, trial, there are three riddles. I will give you one hint on one. That choice is yours. Three riddles,
I
and you
have
only
an
get one
idea.
hint on one of the three.
Let me check some with Riora's stats, see how smart she is, because I got the answer, I think. What do you guys think of it being a weighing scale?
Who thinks they're the smartest? Who do you guys think is the smartest person in this and among
Not
us?
you, unfortunately, although.
That's fine. But are you?
She does a scale and she, like, with her hands and says,
Well, I guess we don't want you to answer the questions then.
I say,
Let's
I'm
see.
not a mathematician. I'm not someone who could solve a complex equation, but I'm not a fool.
What about a collection box, guys?
Are you talking about you?
No, she's talking about the answer. But does in every market, do they have a collection box at every market?
Probably from priest or church that are out there, or collection
But that's
box to pay for your stall.
but that's not every. That's some.
But there might be a collection box to pay for your market stall.
That's why I was thinking the weighing scale, or if you need to get your weight in rice, for example, is at every stand. Every market has some type of way. You get your pound of eggs, your pound of dates.
Does seem a potential option.
It's just the second one. I hold 1,000 voices, yet speak not a core is why I'm not exactly sure. Basically, what I've noticed is it lines up with the weighing scale lines up with all but that second one. I'm not gonna lie, it's that second one that's making me question if I did have the answer or not.
The one that's got me is the last one.
Well, the reason I'm thinking weighing scale is like typical UK. I'm thinking in the marketplace, they always have a weighing scale to weigh out the bananas and shit like that. That if a man comes with coin, that their hands are heavier. So if you have like a bag of coin, you pay for it. Most likely the items are going to be heavier than the actual money you're paying with.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the last thing, because what I take is light and what I give is sand.
It's got us out here just to everything.
If you want to get out, I do have a mechanic. If you want to figure out something that your character would figure out, make a investigation or insight.
Will you say that one more time? Your mic was cutting out for me.
I have a if you want to start thinking less outside your character and more inside, I do have mechanics set up for skill checks if you want to narrow it down.
Oh yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, make a investigation site. Your choice.
I'm gonna do investigation. And it's a skill check.
Yes.
12.
Able to.
I just thought about something.
The second line would lead me to believe something to do with writing, but at the same time, the rest of it wouldn't line up.
From what I can tell in this, guys, it's something that's traded that isn't physical. Yet speak not a con.
Need to find the I'm trying to find the
Yeah.
baby real
I
quick.
mean, there's 3 of these
There's
questions,
another.
and we're stuck on the first one.
I mean, there's another one it could be that I'm thinking, but
Well, from what I got from my thing, it's something traded that isn't physical. Could it be time? The sands of time?
that was my second idea. It could be an hourglass of time. Yeah, it depends on. But so far, my 3 that I have are an hourglass, time, or a weighing scale.
Prophet at this point is like balancing his staff on his hand, kind of bored, just waiting.
I'm gonna go with time because it's something that traded that isn't physical. Time isn't physical, but you trade it.
I agree with that. If kind of sums up my two other answers I had. Hourglass and time, like it just kind of narrows it down to just the one. What do you two think looks over at Otto and Fela?
Could I also try to make one of the checks to see like what Valar's thinking about what they're saying?
Yep, same thing. Investigation or insight. Your choice.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I got a 10 on insight.
Alright. But you're able to deduce.
Hmm.
What the Hey, Late.
Yeah.
Rolled 26 on my investigation.
I will send it to you what you learn.
That's why I was like, what the fuck? Because I forgot that I have proficiency in investigation now as of having Blood Hunter. So I was like, where did the +7 come from? Oh right.
Both you and Navora got the same
Hold
clue.
on. Hold on. What was your clue, Klaus? What did you pick up on, Klaus, when you heard it again?
It was something traded that isn't physical.
Hmm. See, if you didn't pick up on that, I would have been thinking a book.
What did you get?
I feel like this question has so many different answers. Because just as I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's that. I'm like, but then what someone else is picking up on, I'm like,
Baylor kind of looks over at Ovira, and probably I'd say because of the high investigation roll, probably kind of like sees a bit of a facial expression or something, and kind of picks up that they might be on the same page since you said that we both got the same hint.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna type out the ones that. So Klaus said time. Based on the hints, I kind of threw out weighing scale because all of the hints are pointing to away from that. But then the book one conflicts with Klaus's one because you can't really. It's not traded physically.
I feel like it looks between them, and he's kind of like, I think, Elvira, we might be on the same page there a little bit. It's a bit of a tough spot. On one hand, it is something that, as Klaus said, is not traded physically, but at the same time, people bring coin, meaning that they pay to keep something, and they are leaving heavier or with something heavier than they started with.
Last one, the one thing I am thinking could be knowledge.
It could be.
I stand in every market but sell nothing, selling knowledge. The knowledge is just in every market stall.
Knowledge itself does not speak, however, it is capable of having the voice of others, as it is created by those who have come before.
Men
I mean,
bring me coin and leave with heavier hands. They leave heavier once they know the knowledge.
An intelligent mind can be quite heavy.
And for what I take is light, what information you take is light, but what I give as a sense is almost like a grain of salt. You take a piece of knowledge with a grain of salt.
I'm down with that if that's what you want to go with.
It is definitely very high in potential.
Hey, Prophet, quick question before we answer.
Yes.
Well, two. Number one, what happens if we fail one of the questions?
All you need is 2 out of 3 correct at the bare minimum.
He said, she nods and then she says, and what if a question has multiple answers?
Then if the answer is one of those answers, it would be correct.
Looks
So
like
it
it
is
was.
possible that we might find something that aligns with the riddle that not have been the original, but it is still valid.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Say we go for knowledge.
Is that your final answer?
I don't speak for the final one, so that one does actually point to Rafaela.
You look at the
Just
front.
trying to get the vote.
Okay.
Otto,
Yeah.
Do you have
what do
any
you
in the
think?
list?
Wait, what were you saying?
What do you think?
I think you need to let me know what's going on.
Answer the riddle. What do you think answer the riddle is?
uh,
What I've been trying to
what's
do
the
for the
riddle again?
last
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
hey, we gotta get it right because we don't want Ventress to be ahead of us and get the answer to where the artifact is. Because you gotta remember, the thing that's on the line here is whether or not we get the knowledge of where the artifact he's going after is.
yeah. What's the word again?
It's in
It's
over.
campaign handouts.
Oh.
That's my new favorite picture now, by the way, that's posted. The baby going,
Sure, I think the prophet would probably look to Otto, seeing his very confused look on his face. Looks at him with just inquisitive look.
So, Otto, we have been thinking about what the answer might be, and it seems like one of the more viable options might be knowledge, which is why we figured we'd ask for your input on it. See if you might have any insights.
Knowledge?
In case you didn't, by the way, Otto, you can also do uh, a roll to see if your character like crops up anything in character.
So is it intelligence roll?
insight or investigation, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, insight then. It's only 17.
Is that what you rolled? Okay. I will message you what's Otto's intelligence?
12.
It was 17. Yeah, you're able to. What's this? Oops.
So, Otto, any thought on it?
Mm,
I message where you're able to just check your DMs.
yeah. Would is that something that I auto can say out loud? Or is it just like
That's what in your own mind you're able to deduce from the riddle.
okay.
So you can share what it is if
Yeah,
you want to.
yeah. So like I think the riddle sounds like something that people pay to keep it hidden.
Was that?
Pay to keep it hidden.
All right, I'm back.
Otto had deduced something.
Are we still on the first one?
Yep.
We asked Otto for opinion, and then Otto did roll.
And his thing just threw me off now.
I mean, knowledge still works.
But you don't pay necessarily to keep knowledge a secret.
So what about secret?
Okay, I'll do this. There are three things going through my mind right now. Actually, time kind of gets thrown out now because of everyone's hints. You said it wasn't something physical, so it can't be books. So that was a physical thing from Klaus's one. So you pay to keep it, and it makes heavier to carry. I say
And
we go
it's
for secrets. Honestly, that hint that Otto just got is just now looking like secrets. It's not a physical thing. Klaus's hint. You can pay. Oftentimes, you pay to keep a secret, and it's heavy on your mind carrying a secret. I stand in
Secret.
every market but sell nothing at all. There's always a secret inside of a market.
We're over. What about a wishing well?
But it's not a physical thing.
it was something
And
that
not
had
every place has.
as well. However,
Or a fountain? People still toss coins in that for a wish.
But it's not. I stand in every market. You have to remember, not every market has that. Men bring me coin and leave with a heavy hand. Same thing was before, like learning a secret. If you bring someone money for a secret, you're leaving just a whole load different. For what I
something
take is the lights.
to a fountain or a well was something that had crossed my mind, but the last line is what throws me off of that track.
But what
I say we
give
go for
is
secrets.
Well, how do you interpret what I give his hand? Like what I give his sand part?
Grain of salt. Just you take it with a grain of salt, a grain of sand. You take it as it is.
Okay.
That's why I was tossing between knowledge and now secrets. But I think secrets personally.
What about other people? I like secret.
I'm fine with that. That's what you want to go with.
Fela, if you do the honors.
Spent a lot of time deliberating this one, so I
Of a
don't
tease.
think that we need to think too much further on it. Really, is it seems that we've all come to an A or B option and starting to move towards B.
So, what is your final answer? He looks toward Phalar.
Taylor looks towards the prophet, looks towards the party, and then says, well, seeing as everybody seems to be on the same page about it, it feels just about right to give that answer. So I suppose that our answer that we would give for it would be the secrets.
He looks at you all, Says that is correct.
Oh, nice.
Now for your second riddle.
If you do that in character, Phalar is like, now give it a moment. We don't know what it is yet, and now that we're in the inquisitive mindset, it may be a bit easier.
Now I need to activate. Elvira's just gonna be there like my brain hurts.
Two face me at every hour, but neither sees the other. One walks the path of dawn, while the other follows the. I live by promise and die by truth. Break me and both will march into the same light. What am I? Oh, okay, right now
I
there
need
are
to read it.
two possible answers to this one.
How many possible answers was there to the other one?
Three.
I knew it. There was too many options.
Since y'all finished it, the three answers were a secret, a sealed tomb, or silence.
Oh,
That is true.
What we could do is, he said he'll give us a hint on one of them. We could have him give the hint on this one and answer it, and then it doesn't matter if we get the last one correct or not. We only have to get two right.
Hey, prophets, are you doing this in order of easy to hard or just all about the same?
They're all about the same.
We should save this one for our hint for the last one instead. That way, if we get this one wrong, I'm not saying we should get it wrong. That's we're not fucked.
What do we get, Prophet, if we get all three right?
You move on to the third and final trial.
So we get nothing special.
You move one step closer to the artifact.
I feel like that alone, Elvira, is of importance.
It is, but all I'm thinking at the moment is being prepared if Ventress does anything immediately.
Does. Okay.
Can we do the same insight to ponder or insight or an investigation?
Yes.
Phalar kind of up for a moment, and she's like, just with a glance, I feel like it could be something to do with. I don't know. The previous object was something non-physical. It almost feels like it could be a pattern to make the second one something not quite physical. The idea of two things facing it every hour, it kind of almost makes me think of the sun and the moon, but I'm not sure. We're going to have to discuss for a moment, I think.
Yes, so if you wanted to do so your character might figure out, roll a
Yeah.
investigation or insight.
I'm gonna roll investigation. Klaus.
I got a 10.
I got the 12 again.
Why does this riddle actually sound familiar, this one?
I just pulled a nat 20 on the investigation.
Yeah, you're
That's
getting
another DM point.
get the big hint. That.
Yeah, because Valar was like already kind of voicing what he thinks about it, and then he's probably sitting there thinking for a moment.
So you have a aha moment.
Of course, this is when I start rolling high numbers. What did
That's
the other
another-
two roll?
I got a 12.
I got a 10.
All right, I'm going to provide the 3 from my diviner's dice to you, Klaus, to make that a 15.
Okay, sweet. And then late, you need to add another point to your Hands of Fate.
Yep. Well, say with a bonus 20, you get another hint. Valar.
Is it dumb for me to say that I'm also thinking this one could be a secret as well? One more so powerful dawn. Wow.
Valar kind of looks up kind of sharply for a moment. It's like, that first line is, it is ticking something in my head. It seems, to, something to do with some kind of reflection, I believe.
Hmm.
I think with a bonus 10, her brain just hurts. Like,
What about my 15?
you're
That's my
15.
brain.
Ooh, Otto does not get this one.
Alright, I'll give you.
Klaus, you seem to be deep in thought. You have an idea of your own.
Two may be opposite, but bound by what one says.
Well, I'll ponder. I'll be back.
All right.
So out of character directly, the hints that I got were a reflection and to pay attention to the first line.
A reflection and pay attention to the first line.
Yeah, because my nat 20 yielded me 2 hints, and the first one was For a literal hint, a reflection, and then the second thing that I dropped was, like look at the first line.
And mine
I'm not
is
gonna lie,
two
this
maybe
one's.
opposite but bound by what? What did you get, Aurora?
I got
I heard it.
brain aneurysms.
Oh,
A reflection. What did you say? What you got? Klaus.
mine is two may be opposite but bound by what one says. And Phalor got reflection and pay attention to the first line.
The two may be opposite but bound by what one says.
So, any ideas?
What's the perfect one?
We have been sharing back and forth a little bit of stuff here and there.
Oop.
I say reflection.
I did see it. I've been thinking about reflection for a bit.
It has to be something to do with reflection, I believe.
Maybe a promise.
What about a mirror image? Because when you look in a reflection, you're facing each other, but you're not truly seeing the other one.
Brain is starting to actually do a bit of stuff right now from this.
And with my hint, it says two may be opposite, but bound by what one says. If it is a mirror reflection, the reflection is bound by what the actual one says and does.
That also, I was thinking a mirror or something similar to begin with at the final line, because break me and both will march into the same light. If you break a mirror, both the reflection and the individual can no longer,
Yeah.
But then also thrown off by the first line. Does two face me at every hour, but neither sees the other. A reflection cannot see the person that it is looking at, but the two face me at every hour part is what throws me off.
Well, you can definitely see your own reflection.
But
Yes.
it cannot you.
So you see the other. Does the
Beneath
reflection see you?
You can face each other, but you cannot see one another as two independent beings would. you're still just looking at yourself. You're facing yourself, but you're not truly.
I don't think
Seeing what-
reflection is a good one, though.
Neither do I for some reason.
One walks the path of dawn while the other follows the night.
When originally, when Phalar had first been like, you know, was like, oh, the sun and moon. What led me to that was the fact that like whatever is in the middle of the sun and moon, being in our case the material plane, is being faced by both, but they can't see each other because they're on opposite ends.
Yeah, I think the sun and moon is better.
One walks the path of dawn, the other follows the night. But then the last half of it is where it gets caught.
What about mm,
Tell you right now, there are 3 answers to this one. They're all acceptable.
I live by promise and die by truth?
If it was something related to the sun, moon, and material plane, the material plane, commonly the Forgotten Realms, is the realm of promise. Adventure and
I'm
upgrade.
I'm leaning towards promise as well.
Promise is a good answer.
One walks the path
Well,
of
promise is in
dawn.
the prompt, so I don't know if it's that obvious.
Sometimes
Oh.
riddles are like that. That's why I'm just thinking to see if it's this type of riddle. 2 face me at every hour. Because if someone faces you, you could make an oath or promise to someone.
Live by promise.
One walks the path of dawn. Follows.
Mm,
Spectres of the promise, maybe. Something. I did by promise and died by truth. I think promise. It's in the line, but I just feel like
okay. How does promise fit the first line? Are there 2 promises?
you can't. You can make a promise to yourself, but you need to be able to. That is 2 people. You're saying to yourself, "I'm making a promise." Essentially, if you're facing someone, you're facing them and making a promise. You're telling them that X, Y, and Z.
Oh, what's the path?
And a promise also means that someone needs to be held accountable.
Promise fits third and fourth, but it's for me it's
I mean,
unclear about the first and the second.
the first one unclear, but the second,
One walks the path of dawn.
The
We
reason
gotta
I
remember
picked the second is different people have different perspectives when they make the promise. No one will ever see it through the same eyes.
I can confirm that from personal life experience. Promised you wouldn't do that. Well, no, that's not what we agreed.
and you gotta remember Phalar's hint too, and mine.
Yeah, my two things that I got were a highlight of the first line of the riddle, and to take it literally, a reflection was my other one, and then his was.
Two may
God,
be
I
opposite, but bound by what one says.
Right now, my brain's about to shut down from.
Double agent, spy.
I think it's reflection, but I'm down to go with whatever y'all think.
Reflection.
So what y'all want to do?
Technically, because we're so stuck on this one, we could actually do as Class said and use his one hint, not this one out, and then just literally give him a random answer for the last one.
assuming that the hint helps us.
I think we can do that. Because we gotta think Ventress is doing these too. We can't fall behind.
Exactly. Monsieur Profits,
Yes.
we like to cash in the one hint.
Says, what object allows you to see one's own reflection?
Oh my fucking god, mirror.
Miracle.
Mirror, 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 mirror. And she just says, mirror, 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 mirror. Like,
You say it enough, you start saying Mira, and then it makes me think of Siege.
Mirror, 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 mirror.
Say it,
Just start
Phalar. You're our speaker.
Phalar looks at the prophet, and he says, well, it seems that after that we've come to the conclusion, so I'm going to have to agree and say a mirror.
He smiles and says, that is correct.
what
Then he
would the
kind
other
of,
two answer?
The other two answers was a promise or a shadow.
It is a promise.
See, if you said a promise
A
too,
shadow I didn't even think about. Well,
yeah, that's from the when one walks the path of dawn while the other follows them.
true, yeah, because when the sun comes up,
Yep.
your shadow
you see a shadow.
would be facing when it goes down. If you break a shadow, then it goes into the light that it came from. While the thing that is forming the shadow is also going into that light.
Yep. He looks into you all saying, are you ready for your final riddle?
Can we just skip the final one and move on to the next trial?
No.
We only
No,
need to get two right.
tell us the final riddle.
Well, we may as well give it a shot because we've gotten this far.
I have teeth but cannot bite. I have fields, no great. I can open worlds with a single spin. I keep what's close and hide what's within. What am
Baylor,
I?
answer whatever.
Banana.
Baylor, answer whatever comes first to your mind.
Banana. Say it. Say something.
Just
Can
say
I
something
still?
random.
Can I do the insight or investigation thing to see what comes to Baylor's mind to say?
Yeah.
Oh, I have teeth but cannot bite. Okay, let me roll first.
Did you hear our
That's a
plan?
12.
Did you hear our plan, Otto?
Huh?
Did you hear our plan? What we're doing with this?
10 with
No.
10, you got no idea.
You
You know,
didn't
I
hear
got
the
12,
plan?
but I didn't hear the plan.
Hold on, let me
I
see
have
what I get with a
fields
plus
with
one.
no
Let's see.
grain inside.
What do I get? Let's see.
Open words? Okay, open
Investigation.
worlds with a
Bag.
single spin. What's close
I got
and
11.
hide.
Oh well.
Not 20.
Oh, you're getting the big hint then.
That's another point for Light. He's up to
Ye-
3 DM points.
Yep.
Hmm. You turn me and something hidden becomes on. Oh, it's funny. I'm literally looking at something. That's funny as shit.
What's up?
Instagram may have actually helped me get the answer,
How?
but I just saw an edit come up. I just saw an edit for Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, I think we might be on the same page then.
Yeah, there's only one. I'll tell you right now, there's only one answer for this one.
Oh, only one answer for this one.
Yep.
We did get 2 right, so we meet the criteria, but you know, we might as well give it a shot. The second riddle is the second line is throwing me off, but the rest of it is lining up with potential. What was what you got, Elvira, for your...
You turn me and something hidden
What? Potential
becomes
is,
reachable.
I think potential works for the second line.
Well, no, the thing I was thinking, and the reason I said that we might be on the same page because of you mentioning Kingdom Hearts thing, would be either a key or a lock moving towards key, because keys have teeth. They can open worlds when you spin the key, you rotate it in the lock, and they
I
keep
was maybe
things
thinking.
you or hide something behind having to open what it is.
I was also thinking, like, quite literally in Kingdom Hearts, like
You said key.
the keyblades where they just open the fucking doors.
Yeah, that's why I thought about that.
Fucking Kingdom Hearts.
We meet the criteria. We'll give it a shot, and that is kind of lining up. By the way, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, that reminds me, a YouTuber that I was watching hasn't played Kingdom Hearts before, but his chat constantly talks about it. and he does like a goofy voice in one of his videos and says something serious, and he's like, "No, tell me, chat. Like, in the Kingdom Hearts games, is Goofy saying like actual dire, serious dialogue in that goddamn voice?"
Yes.
I'm not gonna
He's
lie.
like,
The reason I was watching that, I have those shorts all over the place. It's all because I was watching a video talk about Kingdom Hearts being the most complex story known to mankind. But Fela, would you like to guess it? I think it might be. I say try saying a key, maybe.
Well-
I really like potential.
well, I mean, we've met the criteria to move on to the next step, though. We did say that we would still give it a shot after all.
Or if you don't feel like guessing at all, just say something random like the prophets.
Phalar kind of smirks for just a moment, and then he looks over at the prophet, and he's like, "I could do that, but at the same time, one, I have to stand by my integrity, and two, I don't think that you would spin the prophet."
I'm gonna look at him for a second.
Prophet just looks like turned his head to one side, with a very confused look.
Just make the guess. We have one more trial, and I feel like Ventress is probably at the end of the trials by now, just monologuing. He seems like a monologuer.
He won't shut
Well-
up.
I suppose that it's
He's been
could make sense.
monologuing at me for the past hour.
Suppose that
Tell
it
by
could
his
make.
tone, he's just sick and tired of it.
Well, this is why it's fun. You got the fun ones over here.
As you can tell, as we can tell by his tone that he's tired of Ventress. Phalar does like kind of like the finger snap and point toward it. It's like, firstly, I would like to apologize for that. Secondly, I'd like to point out you can see why we're trying to go after him. And thirdly, well, I do think that since we've already gotten the 2 out of 3 to move on to the next, I will drop the answer as key because even if it is wrong, we can still move on.
It's like you see as like Ventress appears and he's just talking and talking, but you don't see anything, and he's just completely ignoring them. You can kind of see like there's a small vein of like fire in his forehead. He looks over you saying, "That is correct."
Back in Kingdom Hearts.
The final trial.
Before-
I will judge each of you individually on your ability to make tough choices.
Before that, Prophet, would you mind I stand next to you for a second?
He nods.
I stand next to him and I'm gonna open. Aurора's gonna do something rare. She's gonna open her arms out to give him a hug, saying, "Do you need a hug after Ventress's monologuing? I can tell by that vein you're quite annoyed."
He'll hug you.
I give him a head pat and say, "If you need some earplugs, I can try and fashion some."
Phalar kind of chuckles a little bit seeing this, just for the faintest moment. And then he says, "Of course, I do feel his monologuing is the least of our concerns if he manages to find that relic."
Well-
He sighs and says, "Both you and him have advanced to the last trial."
Well, let's do the last trial right now.
Is this going to be, just out of curiosity, something where you ask each of us something, or in front of the others, or is it going to be you sort of isolate each of us the way that you did between our group and Ventress?
I will isolate each of you and ask you a very tough question.
You can see Vilrus put a hand out and say, "Oh, me first."
He kind of looks over at you. You will kind of see your vision kind of go white as the rest of you see Laura stands there, her eyes kind of glass over. Secret channel.
He's going next after me.
No.
Who knows? You see as your vision kind of comes completely white and you're pretty much standing like kind of looks like that white kind of like white waiting room in the Matrix.
Ah, it's so bright.
As you see, he steps next to you. As you see two doors kind of fade into view. Every soul comes at a time when they must make their tough choice. For you, your choice is simple on which path you will take. One door leads to the God of death and absolute power. Another one leads to a family lost and forgotten.
Oh shit! The mirror's literally gonna look over at him like, "You were lying about it being a hard decision."
He smiles.
She's gonna look over at both of them. Shit, this gonna give her some stress because now this is this one is this may actually be a 2 because it's a difficult decision. Avira's gonna say, "What happens if I go through the door?"
This is just a test of choice. I am merely judging your ability to make that choice.
And my choice is the throne or live a normal life.
The throne or reunion with a family lost and forgotten.
He's going to at first walk towards the family door, go to open it, and then she says, "I don't remember their face, and I doubt they remember mine." And she goes towards the other door and opens it.
You
Cutie.
kind of nods and you see him take out a piece of parchment and write something down. Kind of like you open the door, remember that same kind of bright light, your goes white and you blink and you're back. Cavern.
Just as he writes that down, she says, "I do what I must to try and fix the balance."
An interesting choice indeed.
I'm guessing now back up.
Yep.
Well,
Bam.
I guess I'm next.
Yep, you see like your daughter for a second, probably for about like 20 seconds, her eyes kind of glass over before kind of blinks and is back to normal before he looks over at you Your vision goes white, and you kind of blink. I would describe it as like you're almost kind of like in that white waiting room in the Matrix, and he kind of stands next to you as two doors appear before you. The ability is one soul. Is the ability to make the tough choice. For you, one door leads to a god who is taking everything from you. Another door leads you to the ones you love. What path will you take?
So one leads me to.
Basically, he's saying one leads to Umbriel, the other leads to your family. What choice is yours? As he motions to the doors.
What happens if I go through one door?
This is a test of choice. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't choose a door because it is a test. Pick what matters to you at your very soul. Which is it going to be? Revenge or your family?
Klaus is going to. What if I.
He looks over at you saying, you also don't have to choose. It is also a choice.
Can't have one without the other. To get my family back, I need my revenge. And to have my revenge, I'd get my family back. They go hand in hand.
Hey man, these trials are not supposed to be easy.
Does this have any real world effects depending on what I choose?
Above a table? No.
Okay.
This is more like the prophet is testing your ability to make the tough choice. It comes down to it.
then I'll tell him, if he's testing that, I'll tell him I choose neither door to open because I'll have both my own way.
Interesting. As you blink, you're now back in the cavern. I'll bop you up and bring down next. Hi. Gary?
Yeah.
Okay. You see the prophet kind of look over you. Your vision goes white. And you're now kind of standing like on the scribe as like that like white matrix, the like white waiting room in the Matrix.
Okay.
As you see two doors appear before you. The path of one's soul is one's ability to make tough choices. One door leads to a patron with absolute power. Another leads to a path of bliss and an awareness. What path do you choose?
So
There's two doors. There's
above the
two
table.
doors. They're above a
Yeah.
table. There's two doors. One he's saying leads to your patron for absolute power. Another leads to a life of less power and just kind of living kind of a blissful state.
Yeah, just not knowing. Just
Yeah.
don't really want to be bothered by all that stuff.
Yeah.
Question is, does he have ambition to get more power?
Always leave it up to the dice if you die.
That's a great solution. All right, what am I rolling?
I'll say the question is do you think Otto would care more about power or not so much? Because that's going to determine the
I don't think
roll.
he cares that much at the moment. He is enjoying just living the life and just adventuring.
All right, so roll a d20. I'll say 10 or lower, you pick the life of bliss. 10 or higher, you pick the path of power.
All right. Ah, okay.
Okay.
It's a 5. It's a
As
5.
you open the door, your vision goes white again and you blink and you're back in the cavern. All right, I'm going to drag you up and finish this fail art.
All right.
Bam.
Small talking. Elvira is trying to figure out mathematically how old Elvira actually is, given how time works in the Shadowfell.
So
There was that, and then I brought up the fact that Nightwalkers are actually terrifying because they only show up when someone gets stuck in the negative energy plane, and if you kill it, whoever showed up from being pulled in is now trapped forever.
Oof. So the prophet kind of glances in your direction. Your vision goes white. And you're only described as you're like kind of like in like that white waiting room in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And you
Like I've
see,
walked off the set and the green screen ended.
yeah. So two doors kind of appear. I'll say 3 doors appear for you. As he says, the path of one's soul is judged by his ability to make the tough choices. One door leads to revenge against the undead lord who took everything. One door leads to a life blissfully and unaware of such consequences. And another one leads to a path of power and darkness. So basically, one door leads to Vecna, and you're in path to getting revenge. Another is like an alternative life where you never encountered Vecna. Another one is if Baylor had stayed in the cult for a path of absolute power and dominance.
So it's kind of what I'm gonna say to you, like out of character, what Phalar's thinking in character is like he's kind of thinking that this is a thing of like the prophet trying to see which path Phalar wishes. Like, does Phalar wish that he was still in the cult, or does he wish that he would have never even been in it to begin with?
Yeah. Yeah, like the entire point of his trial is he's judging each person's ability to make that tough decision when it comes down to that moment.
He kind of looks to the prophet after looking at the doors. And he says, "Am I allowed to speak before I choose a door?"
He nods.
And as he kind of walks towards the doors, kind of with his hand out, but not quite touching them as he's walking between them, as he's speaking. And he says, "The things that I did while I was inside of that cult, I shudder to even try and remember, and half of which I can't remember myself. I do not believe that such a dark path was right for me." He steps to the next door. He says, "But at the same time, if it was not for the fact that I had been in such a dark place to begin with, the power that I have now to be able to speak with the dead, to be able to phase reality, the knowledge that I have in my alchemical pursuits, the things that have helped my party in their current activities, I would not have been able to do such things without the knowledge that I gained and the affliction of my body." He walks to the next door and says, "Though it's never felt quite right to directly seek vengeance, I do wish to redeem myself, and in fighting other beings such as Vecna, or perhaps his underlings, it does bring more of my soul at peace to know that there is less of such darkness in the world to turn others into more of myself."
He nods.
So he was in front of the door to have stayed in the cult, saying that he doesn't think that a dark path is for him, went in front of the door of would have never been in the cult and said, but at the same time, if I wouldn't have been there for the time that I was, I wouldn't have gotten the skills I have now to fight against what we're fighting against. And then he's moving to the last door, which would be vengeance against Vecna, and he's saying that while he doesn't see vengeance as the way to everything, it is one way to bring peace and redemption.
Okay. So you never
So
really
he's stopped in front of the vengeance door, and he's kind of pondering it for a moment. He said, "Out of the three options that have been presented for me, it, I feel, would be on my path to vengeance, but simply because I don't see where I would be if I had not been in that cult, and on the other hand, I am glad that I'm out."
He nods and says, "So it seems like you've made your choice."
And he gives a nod to the prophet. He says, "Yes, if only for the fact that it is that I have come to terms that who I am now is my ability to fight off darkness was forged by once being in it.
You see a smile on his face. He says, "That is what this test is all about. Testing one's ability to change and evolve the choices they have made. By only changing and adapting to what has happened, can then we change the future for ourselves."
Phalar kind of takes a deep breath in, and as it goes out, his shoulders relax. In one of the rare moments where he actually looks relaxed, he's like, "That is the reason why I walk the path that I walk. I want only to redeem myself for what I have done in the past."
He nods as your vision goes white again. You
And
blink. You
I was
blink.
gonna
Bargain do?
say, like, before, he goes, "But I know that we are trying to hurry against time, but while I have just you here, do you mind if I ask you something very brief?"
Certainly.
As we've been on our travels, there's been something that has been touching my mind, and you seem to be someone of great knowledge in such things. As he starts to kind of pull a piece of parchment out of his bag, he says, "This here, it's eaten at a part of my brain, a flash of a memory, something I do not remember. And my party has not been able to provide any insight." As he's holding up the paper that has, like, if you remember where he drew the partial map and it's just written all over the paper over and over again
He
from the
yeah, he
object of Vecna that like Phalar has a fragment of knowledge of.
he Prophet kind of hobbles forward, kind of leaning over the parchment and says, "One thing I will tell you is it is a once you complete that, it will lead you to an item of great importance to the undead lord."
Something that I imagine Riot wants to prevent from falling back into his hands.
Yes. My only advice to you is be careful if you tread this path. There are many dark individuals who also seek this item and will do whatever it takes to get it.
He gives a nod and he says, "I thank you for your time and I apologize for the delay. That being said, we should probably unisolate me and return me to the group."
As you blink, your vision goes white again. You're back in the cavern. Yep.
Welcome back.
So as you each of you have kind of watched as each of you just for probably like 15 to 20 seconds, your eyes each of you, your eyes have kind of glazed over, kind of going slack for a moment before Prophet kind of turns. "You have all passed the final trial, but unfortunately, so has he. It seems we are at an impasse. It seems the only appropriate course is to deal with each other head on. And the winner will get the key to the next artifact."
Hey, Prophet, before we start, would you mind? I'm going to look up table talk.
Hmm?
Fela, have you used any spell slots?
No, other than casting Blur, but that regenerates on a long rest. All of my spells are single use because it's from Magic Initiate and Shadow, the Shadow Touched.
Put us
There is my
all
jinx
on
points as well.
put us all on equal playing fields to get this. Give us all a long rest. In a moment. That way there's no foul play, there's no grumbles, and we're all on the path of head to head. See if we can come to a good impasse.
Not.
Oh yeah, you're also gonna notice Elvira's hair's partially black as shit right now.
So we'll end the session here, but I'll say y'all are able to get a long rest. And then when we come back, y'all are gonna have to throw down with Ventress.
If we get somebody to fly, grapple him, and then throw him, we could literally throw him down.
Well, the good thing about having the effects of a long rest means I have my temp HP from the thing because I didn't actually do a long rest.
But temp HP usually goes to rest after a long rest.
I think this one's 8 hours. Let me double check. For Armor of Agathis, I'm pretty sure it lasts a fucking hot minute. An hour, fuck.
Damn.
Whatever. It's nothing because I got the spell slot back for it anyway.
All right, well, we'll end it here, and next week y'all can get ready for a very scary throwdown.
Yay!
Yay.
Nah, it's fine.
Not gonna lie, out of the two of them, his general is more scarier.
I already said that. I said Ventress is not going to be the scary one.
Oh,
It's Free Blades.
before we leave, do we RP what everybody chose?
That's up to y'all. That's up to y'all to share. Because each one was personal to each of you.
As the wounds heal, as I said, you notice the Vera's hair's colors changed. As she's just going to look at everyone for a second saying, surprised that everyone actually passed.
Well,
Not believe in us?
No.
I can only
Making a hard.
imagine
Mhm.
that each of us was presented with a personalized question given what I was asked myself.
Comfortable disclosing it, or not exactly?
I mean, I do suppose I could share what I was asked if it would make you more confident in seeing our party.
I think the only thing you see is that fire vein get a little bigger in his forehead. He's like, you see him pull out a large, heavy pouch and saying, "I'll get the first person to make him shut up. I'll give you 10,000 gold."
No.
As he sits it down and then points to Ventress.
I'm gonna say, hey Prophet, can you let me see Ventress for 2 seconds, but then put me back into here? I need 2 seconds exactly, okay? And she's gonna walk straight towards Ventress.
You done? It's like that second you're there, he's like, Prophet, if you were to accept this path,
You're gonna see a tap on his shoulder
he
real
starts
quick.
rambling on about how much he hates God.
Tap on his shoulders for a second.
He like
Punch him square in the
stops. He
face,
like.
and then
All right, roll to hit.
hold on, unarmed strike. 22.
Yep, he's probably like mid sentence. He like stumbles back slightly, then looks at you with slight surprise, and then you're gone.
You can keep the gold. I can tell that he was bothering you.
And as you return, uh, Phalar kind of looks over at Elvira and then looks at the prophet and is like, I do have to give my sympathies. The individual that I once called my own master had quite the penchant for lengthy speeches himself. Phalar's just like, I feel you, man.
You see like his veins shrink slightly as they just both as he just vanishes. It's like he just put him in a different channel entirely.
Honestly, you know what you should do? You should find a way to make a mute button for Ventress.
I just did.
Well, instead of the 10,000 golds, she's gonna let out a cheeky smile. Since we have to potentially go head to head with him, could you give us a small advantage?
Roll persuasion.
Oh, that 20 plus 9.
Oh shit!
There's another point for late. He's up to 4.
Yep. He
Hold on.
nods. Find out what it is next session.